The New York Knicks are striving right now in the 2024 NBA playoffs, but it was never always like this. The Jalen Brunson is their point guard of the future, and he is absolutely torching the league. Some may even give him the King of New York status. But in 2020, the Knicks passed up on another all-star guard. And if these two are teamed together in the NBA right now, well, will we see a ring or two in New York City? Let's dive into it. Before we get to the 2020 NBA draft, let's talk about the 2019-2020 New York Knicks roster. In 2019, the Knicks finished the season 21-45 before the season got cut short. From the get-go, it was clear that this team was in trouble. They stumbled out of the gate and never really found their footing. Look, I'm not trying to pile it on here, but the 2019 Knicks were a mess, plain and simple. Hopefully this dumpster fire of a season serves as a wake-up call for the front office. Maybe next year they'll finally get their pick right, but unfortunately they did not. Going into that offseason, their guard play was Elfrid Payton, Frank Ntilikina, and another draft bust in Dennis Smith Jr. The Knicks entered the draft with the 8th overall pick in need of a young guard to pair with RJ and Julius Randle. Finally 2020 NBA draft night, and the Knicks are on the clock at 8. First 7 picks of the 2020 NBA draft showcased a diverse array of talent and potential for the future of the league. The Minnesota Timberwolves with the first overall pick selected, of course, Anthony Edwards, a dynamic scorer with explosive athleticism. The second overall pick was an also huge bust for the Golden State Warriors. They thought they found their center for the future in James Wiseman, and we all know how that turned out. LaMelo Ball, of course, the third overall pick to the Charlotte Hornets. The Chicago Bulls were on the clock at 4 and selected Patrick Williams, an athletic forward out of Florida State. The Cleveland Cavaliers opted for Isaac Okoro with the 5th overall pick, a versatile wing known for his defense, followed by the Atlanta Hawks, who selected Big O, Onyeka Okongwu, an athletic big man with shot blocking ability and offensive versatility. Finally, with the 7th overall pick, the pick right before the New York Knicks, the Detroit Pistons select Killian Hayes, and we all know how that is going. Finally, it's pick 8. Our New York Knicks are on the clock. Let's see what they're about to do. There's 3 solid guard options left with Cole Anthony, Devin Vassell, and of course the 2-time All-Star Tyrese Halliburton. Instead, the New York Knicks select Obi Toppin with the 8th overall pick in the 2020 NBA draft. Toppin, of course, was a standout from Dayton in New York, who impressed scouts and analysts with his combination of athleticism, versatility, and scoring ability during his collegiate career. As the Knicks were on the clock, they were excited to add this young forward to their roster. With their sights set on injecting talent and excitement into their roster, the Knicks made the decision to draft Toppin, envisioning him as a cornerstone future for their franchise. You would think Obi Toppin was a pretty good pick, as in 2020, the Knicks advanced to a 41-win team. But unfortunately, it was not Obi Toppin who helped out this Knicks team. It was the emergence of Julius Randle and RJ Barrett being the predominant 1-2 punch for the New York Knicks. With Randle scoring 24 points per night and RJ Barrett scoring 17, they combined scoring more than 41 points per night. However, Obi Toppin faced challenges adapting to the demands of the professional game, including defensive assignments and consistency in his shooting. Obi Toppin only played 11 minutes per night, scored 4.1 points per game, grabbed 2.2 rebounds per game, shot around 47% from the field and 30% from the 3 in his rookie year. Tyrese Halliburton did not. He absolutely shined in Sacramento. He averaged 30 minutes per game, scored approximately 30 points per game, grabbed 3 rebounds and 5.3 assists per game, shooting around 47% from the field and a crazy 40% from 3 as a rookie. If you're enjoying this video so far, do not forget to hit the subscribe button. Dropping more videos like this very soon. Let's fast forward a couple seasons to the 2022-2023 NBA season, when the Knicks landed their star point guard, Jalen Brunson. The New York Knicks' acquisition of Jalen Brunson injected a much-needed dose of stability and playmaking into their lineup, addressing a glaring need for a true point guard. Brunson's arrival brought a veteran presence and championship experience from his team with the Dallas Mavericks, instantly elevating the Knicks' backcourt with his steady ball handling, scoring powers, and a high basketball IQ. Now, can you imagine in 2020 if the New York Knicks drafted Tyrese Halliburton and then later on paired him with Jalen Brunson? What would that Knicks team look like today? If Tyrese Halliburton and Jalen Brunson were teammates this year, instead of battling it out in the playoffs, their partnership would likely ignite a formidable backcourt combination that could drastically elevate their team's performance. With Halliburton's exceptional playmaking ability and Brunson's steady leadership at the point guard position, they would form a dynamic duo that would steal the hearts of the orange and blue fans. Unfortunately, we didn't get this duo, we actually got a duo of Tyrese Halliburton and Obi Toppin. Not the duo we were looking for. Because last season, Obi Toppin was traded from the New York Knicks to the Indiana Pacers only for a 2nd round pick. hindsight, the what-if scenario of Tyrese Halliburton being drafted by the New York Knicks will forever remain a crazy speculation in the minds of fans just like me and you. While we can only imagine the potential impact of his presence in the blue and orange, the reality of the NBA draft is that every selection shapes the course of not only individual careers, but also the trajectory of entire franchises. While the Knicks may have missed out on the opportunity to draft Tyrese Halliburton, their path forward remains filled with endless possibilities and opportunities for success. Now, if you like this video, do not forget to leave a comment and a like down below, and check me out on TikTok, All Talk Sports. Peace.